So what we're actually going to do is build our own page of email links that will have a template for us all ready to go for when we go through a project, or maybe something that we're sending out a weekly report or something like that, where we're consistently sending emails. And we're just going to templatize all of that, make a little shortcut page for ourselves. And since we've got this all set up now so that it opens up in the browser, it's going to finally work for us the way that we want to. So let's go ahead and switch over. I have open Visual Studio Code. This is just a brand new file. Let's go ahead and make this an HTML file. I'm going to actually use the shortcuts here. I'm going to hit Control or Command K, and then pressing M as in Mike. And then I can just type in HTML and hit enter, and now it is an HTML file ready to go. So if this is new to you, just go ahead and follow along. I will make sure that you are able to edit this file. You can go ahead and open it in a notebook or other notes app on your computer. I do strongly suggest that you get Visual Studio Code, and I hope that you'll be convinced as you stick around on the channel. So what I'm going to do first is we're just going to set up an HTML file because this will make it really fast. I'm going to hit exclamation point, enter, and we're just, the only thing we're going to do here is change the title. Whoops. That way it will show this in the tab of our browser. So in case that we have several tabs going on, as you do, we'll be able to see, this is the email templates page that I've got. So in our body, we're going to go ahead and make a couple of links that are email links. So I'm going to type I'm just going to hit enter, and then we're going to say mail to : and this is where you'll put your email at example.com. So this is what's required to make your first email link. You just need somebody that you're sending it to. And we can actually make this a lot more complicated and a lot cooler than this, so stick around. So let's come up with a couple of template names. We'll say this is my weekly report to Ben. I'm going to hit Alt, Shift, and the down arrow to copy these, just so that we can do this a little bit faster. Let's just call this, site report. So these are just some random thoughts I had of just a couple of emails we'll test out. And what we're going to do is modify these mail to links so that they become email templates for us to use as we're working. Makes it super fast and pretty awesome, actually, especially if you're not familiar with email templating in your own email client. Sometimes they can be a little bit hard to work with. And so if we just had a list of things that we can just click on throughout the day, that's pretty awesome. And it'll just load in your email template right there. So the first thing that you want to know is that you can actually add things like your subject. You can even add a CC or a BCC to this mail to link. You can also even add the actual body copy of your email in here, which is why this can be really slick as far as an email templating tool for you. So what we're going to do is hit a question mark at the end. And so that tells the browser that you've got some extra stuff that you want to add onto this link. So we're going to do subject equals, and then we're just going to fill in whatever your subject line would be. So in this case, I'm just going to do it the exact same. I'll just minus the name. So I'll just do this weekly report. And then all you have to do is change out all of these spaces with the plus sign, and you should be good to go. So let's go ahead and add a subject on to all of these. We'll just do that really fast. And let's say, these can pretty much just be the exact same thing. We're going to change this to the plus. So let's go ahead and save this, and we'll see what happens in our browser as we've built these 5 links. And let's see what happens. So I'm going to save this. All right. So now that that is saved, I can actually go to my browser, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag, I saved this on the desktop, so I'm just going to drag the file into the browser. Now, obviously, it does not look very nice, and we can actually hurry and fix something. We'll just add a line break after each one of these. So if we switch back to the browser and refresh, save, and refresh, now we've got a couple of things that are, it's starting to look interesting, right? So no styles is nothing pretty, but let's try this weekly report to Ben. So if I click that, it's going to open up Gmail for me, and I've already got weekly report there. The subject line is taken care of. I already have, this fake manager's email in there, in the 2 fields. So I'm just ready to go. All I have to do is maybe throw in some text, maybe put in your attachments, whatever you need for that weekly report, and it's pretty much ready to go. And we can even go further than that, because maybe we have different types of reports and we want to just fill out this body text without us having to constantly say, all right, this is the weekly report, this is the site report, this is my XYZ report. So let's go back to our code editor. Actually, I'll just zoom in here for later. And let's go over to code. Now, let's say the weekly report needs to go to Ben, but the site report needs to go to a couple of different people. So we're going to add a carbon copy or a CC to another manager. So what we're going to do is hit the ampersand and then CC equals, and now all we have to do is add in another @example.com email. And now we're ready to go with the carbon copy on this particular email template. So let's even throw on a blind carbon copy, because maybe the site report, you just want somebody else to keep an eye on it every once in a while. So we'll just do another ampersand and then BCC equals the blind carbon @copy.com. All right, so now that we've gotten the people that need to receive the email taken care of, let's also add onto the email body, like I said before. So all that is yet again, we go ampersand body equals, and then we're just going to type out our email. So what actually I would prefer is, let's go down here and let's type out something. So I'll just do a nice little lorem ipsum here. And what we're going to do is we got to get rid of the spaces, right? So we want to just highlight one of these spaces. I'm going to hit Control or Command D as in Delta. And I'm just going to repeat that until I get to the end of this little paragraph. And then I just hit the plus. So now we don't have to worry about those spaces. And we're just going to cut this. We're going to paste it in here. And let's save this and see what happens now with our weekly report template. Okay, I'm going to refresh. We know that weekly report is pretty simple. Let's do site report, see what happens. Boom, there it is. Okay, so check this out. We've got our CC, which is the another @example.com. We have our blind carbon copy, which is right there. And we still have our subject, of course, and we've got that whole paragraph already in there, and all we did is click on a link. So I hope you're starting to see the power of what this could be for you as you're working. The only thing left for us to do is to fix the design so that it's a little bit easier for us to navigate and go through all of the links. So follow me over to the next video and we're going to work this out. If you are trying this out, let me know in the comments down below if it has been helpful for you, if you've been able to automate some of your time that's wasted creating these repetitive emails. So let me know how it goes, and we'll see you around on the next video.